This season's extremely high rainfall has not been limited to floods. Our mass water bodies are also doing damage. Oko Okuse has been looking into this. Okuse?
Well, Helen, the World Meteorological Organization says that the water levels in Lake Victoria, that is the second largest freshwater lake in the world, have risen to a 60-year record. And climate change experts say that there is likely to be more of this going forward. Take a look. The unprecedented rise in water levels in Lake Victoria was first reported in October 2019. What residents living on the shores thought was a blessing back then soon turned out to be a calamity that will push hundreds of thousands of people out of their homes and submerge some 5 islands in the lake.
Vile unaiona hapa Choe Beach, karibu nyumba karibu 200 na 200 ama 300 na zimeharibika. Inamaanisha karibu familia 300 na hawana makao saizi. Tuwezi peleka hata watoto hospitali. Masoko siwezi enda, biashara yetu wamesimama, masamaki yanaoza kwa barini. Barabara ni mbaya kabisa serikali.
Kenyans should prepare for severe shortage of fish supply in the market if this continues.
This is the destruction caused on human life by the heavy downpour and the increased lake water levels. Experts say that climate change and bad agricultural practices are to blame.
Lake Victoria is over-silted, over-flooded, and those two things are actually mainly caused by human activities around Lake Victoria.
Professor Okeo says the last time levels in mass water bodies in the country rose to the extent of submerging islands was 60 years ago. His sentiments are echoed by the World Meteorological Organization's findings, which say the level has risen to a historic 13.5 meters high.
Some hydrologists argue that Lake Victoria, most of these areas that you see along here, are people living inside the lake. Naturally, Lake Victoria is wider than what we are seeing today.
Miles away in Lake Baringo, the swelling waters have cut off a section of the area, rendering key amenities such as hospitals inaccessible.
The lakes within Rift Valley are actually the first recipients of the upsurging. There's an upsurge of the water in the aquifers. And so that upsurge has meant that these lakes are swelling. And the result of the swelling is that they overflow out of the levels.
And we are losing also this camp as a result of this lake, as well as Nosukro Primary School, Salabane Secondary School, Ngambo Primary School, Chief's Office of Ngambo. In the other side of Lake Bokoria, it is Lake Bokoria Primary and the dispensary, as well as Kambiasamake Dispensary.
The World Meteorological Organization also says that the sustained warmer than normal Indian Ocean, coupled with favorable atmospheric conditions, are causing the heavy rainfall in East Africa. And more is still expected.